SEO agencies are lying to you. They want you to believe that ranking on Google is some 47-step technical nightmare so that they can keep billing you $5,000, $10,000 a month. But I've ranked over 200 businesses in the top 3 on Google using a framework so simple it fits on a napkin. And today, I'm going to explain SEO like you're 5 years old. Because once you see how simple this actually is, you're going to be furious at every agency that's done everything they can to make it sound complicated. So think of SEO like a popularity contest. That's all it is. And it's not just Google judging it anymore. You have Google, of course, and ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity, Google's own AI overviews, Grok, all of these are judges now. And every single one of them is looking around going, okay, who actually deserves to be recommended here? Which businesses do I actually trust enough to recommend my valuable users to? And whether it's Google's traditional search results or an AI pulling an answer for someone, it comes down to the same 3 things. 3 things that every search engine and every AI recommendation system judges your business on. And once you understand these 3 things, SEO stops being confusing and starts being obvious. The first one is giving people what they actually want. So a kid walks up to you and says, "Hey, where's the bathroom?" You don't hand them a book about plumbing. You just point them to the bathroom. Done. Google and AI work the exact same way. Someone types a question in, and the system's only job is to point them to the best answer. Not the longest answer, not the fanciest answer, the one that actually gives them what they asked for. So if somebody searches AC repair near me, they aren't looking for a blog post about how air conditioners work. They want someone who can come fix their AC today, ideally in an hour. Google knows that. ChatGPT knows that. And if your website is the one that clearly gives them the answer, you could win. If your website gives them something else, you're gonna lose. Let me show you. AC Repair Houston, one of the most competitive environments for AC repair in the United States. Sponsored results, and here we have the ranking, and we can check out 1 hour. And I like this site because it's talking directly to the user. If you're on a website for air conditioning repair in 1 hour, you probably have an issue where you want someone to come look at your air conditioner in the next hour. So we can book online, book or call, we can view all of their services, we have some information about them, immediately right into their Google Business Profile reviews, some special offers, and then straight into why choose them. This is tailor-made to convince me why I should call them after searching for AC Repair Houston. Now, that's just the first thing that these systems judge you on. The second one is whether your website actually matches what people are searching for. And this is where most businesses completely mess it up. You can't win best pizza if you're a burger joint. If the contest is for best pizza and you show up with a hamburger, it doesn't matter how good the burger is. It could be the best burger in the world. You're not winning the pizza contest. It's the same thing with SEO. If someone searches plumber in Houston and your website never actually uses the words plumber Houston on it, or plumber in Houston, how is Google supposed to know that's what you are? I have taken multiple SEO clients before who are local and they never once had their business name on their homepage. How is ChatGPT supposed to recommend you? These systems aren't mind readers. They can only go off of what you tell them on your website. And this is the simplest rule in all of SEO. If you sell it, write about it. If you do it, put it on your website. If you serve a specific city, make sure that city's name is on your website. Here's what most business owners do instead. Their SEO agency has them writing blog posts like 5 ways to winterize your water heater, when the service they actually want to get recommended for is water heater replacement. Or they're writing about how to unclog a drain yourself, when they want people to call them for drain cleaning. Think about that. Meanwhile, your website never actually talks about the service water heater replacement anywhere on it. Imagine a wall covered in it's hard to imagine a wall, I know, but this one is covered in 100 messy flyers about random topics. Nobody stops to read any of them. Imagine one giant neon sign that says exactly what you do and exactly where you do it. That's what Google and AI want from your website, not 100 scattered flyers. One clear, bright signal. Your website clearly says what you do, it says where you do it, and why you're the one to do it. Clarity, specificity, a match between what someone is searching for and what your website is about. Now, the first 2 parts of the popularity contest are about making sure your website is able to win. But just because you are able to, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. There's a third piece, and this is the one that actually separates the businesses on page 1 from the businesses that no one ever finds. Remember in kindergarten when the teacher chose a line leader? Think back. They didn't choose randomly. The teacher chose the kid they trusted, unless it was alphabetical, but we're not talking about that. They chose the kid who the other kids liked, who other teachers vouched for, trust and popularity. Google and AI systems choose their line leader in the exact same way. They look at what other websites say about you. In SEO, or talking about AI systems, we call those backlinks or mentions. But for the 5-year-old version, they're just votes. 100 websites linking to your business is 100 votes saying that this business is legit, this business is worth recommending. But not all votes are equal. The mayor vouching for you carries way more weight than some random kid down the street. Just like a link from your local chamber of commerce or a trusted directory like Yelp, a local news site, those are mayor level votes. One of those is worth more than 50 links from sites no one's ever heard of. But how do you get those votes without begging? And even if you're willing to beg, how would you get them in that case? And how do you apply all 3 of these to a real business? Because knowing the concept is one thing, applying it is where most people get stuck. So let me walk you through exactly how this works with an example. Now, before I go too far, I'm not going to gatekeep, right? All of the prompts and all the templates that I use to rank businesses like this, the same ones that big agencies charge thousands for, I'm putting them inside my school community. There's a link in the description if you want access to them. Okay, so let's say you own an AC repair business in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You want to rank in the top 3. You want your phone ringing, you want Google and AI systems recommending you over every other AC company in Fort Wayne. So here's exactly how you do it using those 3 things we just talked about. So step 1, say what people actually search. The biggest mistake I see is business owners using fancy language on their website that no one is actually typing into Google. If your website says premium cooling solutions for residential properties, nobody searches for that. Nobody asks ChatGPT for that. What they search for is AC repair Fort Wayne. What they ask ChatGPT is, hey, my AC's not working. Who can come fix it? Those are the actual words that people use. Those need to be the words on your website. And then you make it helpful. What do? You repair ACs. How fast can you help? Same day. What areas do you serve? Fort Wayne, and I'm assuming there's suburbs around Fort Wayne, those suburbs. Explain it like the person reading it knows absolutely nothing about AC repair and knows nothing about Fort Wayne, because they probably don't. Now, once you've got the right words on your website, you need to make sure that Google can actually find it. You give Google what's called a sitemap in the Google Search Console. This isn't super critical as long as your website's a reasonable size, but you can think of this like raising your hand so the teacher knows you're in the classroom. If you don't raise your hand, the teacher might not know you're there. Your website might be perfect, but you need to tell Google that it exists. Otherwise, none of it matters. But having the right words on your site is only step 1, because even if you say all the right things, if your website is a pain to use, people are going to leave. And when people leave, Google notices. Step 2, your website needs to actually help people. And I mean the experience of being on your website, not just the words. Someone's AC just broke. It's 95 degrees in their house. They search AC repair Houston, they click on your website, and it takes 8 seconds to load. They're gone. They're gonna hit back, they're gonna click on your competitor. Google just watched that happen. Google saw someone click on your site and bounce and then go to your competitor's site. That tells Google your site didn't give the person what they wanted, and Google remembers. So here's the checklist. Your site needs to load fast. It needs to work perfectly on a phone because that's where most people are searching from. Most agencies are building from desktop first and checking to make sure they look okay on the phone. It needs to be the opposite, okay? It needs to be built to look perfect on the phone and then make sure it works on desktop. Your phone number needs to be right there at the top, easy to find, easy to tap. And of course, you need that little security paddock in the browser. Everyone should have those by this time. It tells people and Google that your site is safe. None of this is complicated, but you'd be amazed at how many local business websites fail on all of these, except the security. Most people have that sorted by this point. And every single one of these is something that Google and AI systems factor in when they're deciding who to recommend. They're not going to send someone to a website that's slow, broken or mobile, or doesn't load. Now, your website says the right things and it works well. It's time for the third piece, the one that most businesses completely ignore. It's time to get the votes that we talked about. And remember, votes are other websites linking to yours. And for a local business, the best votes come from local, trusted sources. First, your local chamber of commerce. Join it. They put your business on their website with a link back to yours. It's a vote for one of the most trusted local organizations in your city. Google loves that. AI systems love that. That's your mayor level vote right there. It can be had. It's not expensive. Second, find a local sports team and sponsor it. Youth baseball, soccer, whatever's in your area. Most of those organizations will going to list their sponsors on their website with a link. Another super high quality local vote. Plus, you get to hang the plaque with all the girls wearing your business name on their softball jersey in your office waiting room. Third, directory listings. Yelp, Angie, BBB, Bing for Business. Get listed on the ones relevant to your industry. Each one is another vote telling Google and AI that this business is real, they're in Fort Wayne, and they do AC repair. Fourth, partner with other local businesses. Real estate agents are a great one for home service businesses. They're constantly referring people to service providers. A link from their website to yours is a quality, relevant, local vote. And fifth, try to get featured in best of articles. Best AC repair companies in Fort Wayne, best HVAC services in Northeast Indiana. These roundup articles carry a lot of weight right now with AI systems because they're specifically about the service you offer in the area you serve. Each backlink like this is a vote saying that your business is legit. More quality votes means Google and AI trust you more than they trust your competitors. That's what pushes you from page 2 to number 1. That's what gets you from invisible to being the business Google recommends first. I know this sounds good in theory, but does it actually work? Let me show you an example. I'm going to show you a rank map. This is an HVAC client in Washington, D.C. Now, when we started, this is what the rank map looked like, buried. Nowhere close to the top of Google Maps, not getting hardly any calls from search. And we did exactly what I just walked you through. We changed their website so that it said what people actually search for. We made sure the site loaded fast. It worked on mobile. The phone number is front and center. We got them quality local votes by joining the Washington, D.C. Chamber of Commerce, some other directories, made sure their Bing for Business was signed up. It wasn't. And a couple of small sponsorships. Here's where they ended up. Top ranking on Google Maps for their target keywords. Phone starts ringing. And not from ads, not from paying for clicks, from people searching Google and AI recommending their business over the competition, all because we won the popularity contest. Now, most people get that. They understand this concept, but then they open their website and freeze. What pages do I actually create? What do I write on them? Where do I even start? You end up with a home page and some generic service page because you have no clue what Google and these AI systems are actually looking for in a website structure. That's exactly why I made a video breaking down the exact 30-page website structure that I use to rank local businesses in the top 3 in competitive markets, like downtown Chicago, like Houston. Click that video on screen right now so you know exactly what to build.